All right. Okay, let's see how much we got from those today we're gonna go and get the heat off of us. We're also I don't really need to do money laundering, just need to get the heat off. Which I'm pretty sure that's what gets the that's what gets what's it called? The money for like work jobs and not the safe. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna go and gonna buy up not buy. We're gonna go and do the if I can talk, that would be just nice. Music should be turned off because if I have it on, Rockstar's gonna get mad. Not Rockstar. YouTube's gonna get mad at me. Okay, because there happened to be some music from games. I know how much YouTube hates music from games. Let's go and check up on our things. I think I should stop taking the melatonin before I go to sleep. Just allow like just the anxiety medicine kick in. Cause that stuff really helps me. So I'm just gonna take it tonight. Out on my trying to control my addiction thing last night, so we're still gonna try and go to Tuesday without doing it. Not once again, not explaining what because well I'm on YouTube. Well because I'm streaming on YouTube right now, and they for some reason will get mad at even something that like even though this is not targeted towards kids, it will be like oh it's not. Oh okay well we're just gonna say that's targeted towards kids. Because why not? How much do I got? 46,500. All right. Okay, let's do two right. Let's do two right now. Then we're gonna go and do like the
Everything good?
yeah, everything will be good. Oh yeah, that's right. I just remember what I was doing yesterday, what I wanted to do yesterday, but I didn't do because I completely forgot what I was gonna do. I wanted to go over to my bunker to see what I was doing, what I'm supposed to do. I will read the Bible at the end of this. There is a certain verse that I forgot. What was it? It was like I had it. It was folded on a piece of paper. I,
You cocksucker! Oh shit, man!
just give me a moment. Hold on. I dropped the paper. Is this it? This is not it. No, I saw a folded piece of paper and I was like, oh yes. I don't remember where I put it, but I'll check it. But it's the specific chapter that has, and who of you by worrying can add a single hour to your life? Answer is no, you can't. Okay, I know that that's not it. Hold on. I thought about what I want for like a I want like for a D&D character. I need to ask the professionals on this, and I should probably ask on the server, on the like the diamond server, that, because that's what I'm on, right? Because I'm on Discord. Matt has a server, and I'm on it, and they know more about D&D than I do, and I have some questions. What are the statutes of limitation on immortality? Because I don't want it to be like a full like Deadpool type thing. Okay, kind of, but not more of just like he can't die. He can still be affected by the he'll still be affected by the what's called by like any, like, he still takes the same amount of damage. He just can't die. That's really it. But I want him to be kind of like, okay, there we go. I don't really know how to like describe exactly, like, he's supposed to look human. He's supposed to look human, but he's not human. I don't really know how to describe it. Does anyone remember that that guy from the Flash that bled gold?
All right.
That's another thing.
Rip this bad boy, and then the money is all ours.
Yes.
Yours.
Well, you want a cut of it? Then yeah, sure, you can have a cut of it. My guy, I'm making so much money that I would not be surprised if you were taking. Just tell me if you were taking some. Just tell me, hey, I'm gonna be taking this. I'm like, take it. Yeah, that's.
Cretins are really balloon animals. I made them. I did.
I can't tell if that woman is crazy or a genius.
I wrote some good books.
Hey.
Hi.
Agents in
I
this.
just want to see. Am I able to buy something? No. Hi. I'm not gonna cause physical harm to this guy. I don't want to cause physical harm.
Oh shit, no. Jesus.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Just.
Never thought I'd be so happy to see a policía. You won't
I
get
don't
away
know.
with this.
No, I don't think I will. I didn't kill him. I didn't kill him. I shot him in the shoulder. It's fine. He's still alive. Self-defense. Then again, he was defending himself. Nah. Don't know why I was crouching, but... Oh yeah, I pressed some control instead of shift. Hello, friend. I like the rusted look of like. I like it when like someone uses something enough to the point where it's like dying out. Good example. My wallet. My wallet. See how worn? Look how worn out this is. It used to say my name right there. Wait. Yeah, it used to say my name right there. Like my full legal name. My first, middle, and last name. It's faded out now. I was told by the oral surgeon if I sneeze, to not sneeze with my mouth closed. Good advice. Honestly, that sounds sarcastic, but I actually mean it. Wait, please don't be too far. You know, that's fine. Water. Hey, Glitch, how you doing? Good to see you again on here. You know what? I feel like I should probably like ask Matt to probably set up that bot. But you know what? I don't have water. But I do have a soda. Nah, it's just as good. It's just as good. Should probably look at my diet thing because last time I checked, I don't think I'm supposed to be drinking these, but according to my doctor. You know, I tell people that they should listen to the doctor. And for some reason, and honestly, yes, you should. And I need to practice. And this is one of the things where it's like I'm telling people that I'm getting discharged. It seems that if they don't change their minds less, it seems that if they don't change their minds last second, yeah. Hey, I don't know. You should probably ask them about this because there's a good chance that I may be wrong. But look to see if you are allowed to drink green tea because I went and looked it up. That drink is good for your lungs and for your liver. So I'm just saying I don't know if that'll help, but ask them if that's an option. Because I went and looked up like what are good drinks for like lungs. Hello? Scam caller. Scam caller. It said California, and I thought it was I thought it would be like my grandparents or my aunts or my uncle. My uncle's a really cool guy. I really like him. He's fun. Now, the only problem I have with my cousin, which is his son, is I think and the problem that there might be a chance that if he continues down this path, he's gonna be a brain rot kid, and I want to if I am to speak with him about that, I just want to tell him, don't do it. It's not worth it. I know because I was a brain rot kid when I was little. Like, I was the kid who would like constantly like, what was that one song? I am the one that doesn't need a gun to get respect up on the street. And that song, I would not stop saying that. I would keep on quoting. I used to keep on quoting like I used to quote what's called the ASDIF all the time. I used to think I was cool for that. I was wrong. But hey, it's fine. Okay, well, let's hope that there's no cops. Oh, that's an F620? Okay, well, next time, Simeon's like, hey, can you pick this up for me? I think I know what to look for. Here's the thing, Simeon is always like, yes, pick this stuff up for me. And sometimes I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll go with petty cash right now, why not? But, like, I haven't had to do that because before I would, the only reason why I would do that is because I didn't really have a car, and I would go in, what's it called? Go in, like, steal a car. And then he'll, and if I'm lucky, he would be like, yeah, give me that in this car. And I'm like, okay. Also, Simeon. Oh, okay. I thought that wasn't solid. Like, you go and get a car from him for him. And he's like, oh, okay, now you're just in, well, now you're kind of in a life debt to me, right? And I'm like, and I remember seeing this and I was like, what? Like, you got one car. I like, however much that car was worth, that car was like worth like a few $1,000s, like maybe like 2,000, making up a number, $2,070. No, I'll make up a number that like there's no zeros. $2,475. There you go. Better. That doesn't have a zero in it. So okay. And he's like, yeah, give me these cars. And then, like, he said, then he pays me like $20,000 for them. And I'm just like I owe you like a life debt because I got one car from you, because you got me one car for free, and I've already made more money for you. Like, come on, that's not how that's not how this works. That's not how debts work. Yeah, maybe like with interest, maybe that would make some sense, but still.
Almost here? Nice! We can get the car ready to be disassembled, which means payment won't be far behind.
Sometimes I forget that in order to like communicate, I have to talk, and I'm on the phone, and it's like, is that good? And I'll nod, and the person's like, is that good? And I'll be like, oh yeah, sorry, yes. And I'm like, okay. Okay, now we have 2 of them being taken down now. Okay, so now let's go and get armor. Let's go and get armor. Let's go and get the guys to go and get me more money, because call me Mr. Krabs, for I need SpongeBob me boy to get me money. That. Yeah. So I came across a video. I didn't watch it, but it was like, yeah, it turns out Mr. Krabs isn't greedy, and I'm just like, you sure about that? It's like, did you know that greed doesn't really exist? It does. It does. I know this for a fact that it does. Fun fact: back in like the like early history, gluttony and greed were the same thing, because like somebody asked at one point, and was like, hey, who did God look at and say, yeah, eating too much is a sin? But the thing is, somebody else came in and said, in history, gluttony wasn't really much of eating. It was more of like greed, more of like never having too much. And that's the thing, is like, that's why like gluttony and greed are often like mistaken for each other, because sometimes like one can be the other. No, friend.
Sure.
Hello, friend. How much money do I got?
Hi there.
Hello. How much money do I got? $65,000. Okay, and that thing only holds to 100,000, so we're doing pretty good. Okay, I'm good. Okay, let's go and get ourselves some
Take it easy.
you know, that lady that says I feel like I'm living in a paradise, you know, I can't fault her. Like, yeah, you'll be having like good days. Here's the thing. Ever since I started like going to Bible study, I've mentioned this before already, but I want to mention it again because I really want people to like start going to like maybe church, having a relationship with God. Here's the thing. Before I started going, I was always like, oh yeah, this week was bad. I didn't like this week. It was horrible. Okay, everyone, what are your highs and lows of the day? And I'd be like, oh, there's so many to choose from. I can't pick which one. And then I would, but then I would always be, but I would always downplay and be like, okay, yeah,
Okay, boss. Today we're legit. We got a client.
it's this thing.
Told them the owner would collect and drop off the car
And like,
personally
okay.
and in spotless condition. I just love hearing him smile, you know?
And then but then I would say a hi, but then and I would say like, oh, what was good about this week was and sometimes it'll be like, well, it was payday, so yeah. But over time, it started going to the exact opposite. Like I still couldn't like figure out what I was gonna say for like the low. But it was for the exact opposite reason now. Now, before it was like, oh, there are so many, I can't choose which one. But ever since I like started getting, ever since I like found God again, and I've been trusting Him with my life, I think to myself, like, okay, what was so bad about this week? What's something that I can say was my low? And I think, and I'm just like, and I've been having this answer more and more. Like, this wasn't my answer last time, but my answer has been, you know, it's actually been a good week. I can't really complain. Like, yeah, sure, I could complain about something, but in hindsight, is that really like a bad thing? Was like that part of the day really that bad? Just so I can say I parked correctly. Yeah. And that's something I noticed, and that's the thing. Like, even if you don't go to Bible study, even if you don't go to Bible study, I recommend you think at the end of the week, think to yourself, "Oh, what's so bad about this week?" Okay, that was bad. Okay, and then keep doing this, and just trust God with your life. Just trust Him, like have Him take control, and then start saying, "Okay, well, was that really that bad?" And you're gonna start thinking to yourself at the end of it, just saying, like, okay, that's something I normally complain about. Then think about it, but think about it a little. Just think about it a little bit, and you'll realize, you'll think to yourself, that the thing I usually complain about, it's really not that bad. And overall, the week has been good. Like, it may not be the best week ever. It may not be the best week ever, but it was good. It was a good week. That's really it. And I recommend people do that. I recommend people do that. Just have a relationship with God. here's the thing is that, to my knowledge, now correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? I'm fully expecting myself to most likely be wrong here, so bear with me on this. Don't, like, okay, to my knowledge, Christianity is the only religion that doesn't say you have to work to get into heaven. The reason why is because, well, and I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I've heard this many times. Yeah, Jesus died for our sins. But I don't really think people understand really how significant that is. Like, because I remember, like, as a kid, I was always hearing that. I was like, oh yeah, right, I understand. Yeah, he's died for our sins. But that's not the part that, like, yes, that's the part that we should focus on. But I didn't understand this until way later. Jesus saw the worst version of you. You think, oh well, I'm not worthy enough for forgiveness. I can't I can never be forgiven. Yet Jesus saw the worst version of you, every single sin that you have committed, every single bad part of you, the worst version of you, and still was like, yeah, I want to die for that. I want that in heaven. I want to see that in heaven with me. I want to see that person in heaven with me. And yeah, as I said, I don't think a lot of people understand that. Like, they don't really think, oh, they don't really think about that. They just think, yeah, you just died for our sins, why not? And sure, yeah, but would you do the same? That's the question. A man that did not sin was taken to the cross and crucified as if he committed every single sin. He took your sin and died for it. For the wages, Romans 6:23. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'll look it up in just a moment. I think it's Romans 6:23. Yeah, for the wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord. So yeah. There we go. The night before he was gonna be crucified, he was distressed, and he was to the point of, he was so like distressed to the point of death, like to the point where he was literally sweating blood. God came and comforted him and was like, look, it's fine, you'll get through this.
You know, I told him, Hands-On really does offer the best service in town. And here's the proof.
Yep. Romans 6:23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life in Jesus Christ our Lord. Jesus saw what kind of sins that you would commit. He saw everything and was still like, yep, I want that. It's not through good deeds alone that gets us into heaven. It's a relationship with God that gets us into heaven. Let me get back to everyone sins all the time. Everyone sins. Does that mean it's good? Absolutely not. No. But God saw that and was like, yep, I want that in heaven. I want to see this person in heaven. Bruh. I don't know if that was him, the guy in the car, or the or someone else that was like, that sucks, man. Either way, yeah, well, if it was the guy in the car, that was kind of funny. To put this into perspective of what this means is, imagine you are in financial debt. You are in like a heaps amount of debt, and and you are like, oh no, I'm in a lot of debt. I'm in a lot of trouble now. And someone comes along and is like, hey, I'll take care of your debt. Or the guy who you're in debt to just comes to you and is like, you know what? You're like, you are extremely like stressed about the fact that you're in debt. You don't know how you're gonna pay it off. You're gonna lose the house. You're gonna lose everything. But then the guy that you're in debt to just comes to you and says, you know what? No, you're fine. Your debt's been forgiven. So how relieved would you be if that happened? Okay, so we no longer have heat. Okay. Okay, I have to go to the other places now. But how relieved would you be if, like, you were in debt and the person that you were in debt to, the loan shark, came to you and just said, you know what, your debt has been forgiven. Your debt's forgiven. You're good. You feel so much better. You feel so relieved. You won't understand why they forgave your debt, but you would feel so relieved, right? You feel so happy. That's what Jesus did. He came and took all your debt and was like, I'm gonna pay it off. He took everyone's debt and was like, yeah, I'm paying this off. I'm paying this off for everyone. The wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is eternal life. The wage of sin, which the price, that's the price. So he paid the price for us. Just remember that. Okay, helicopter tour.
But we gotta keep up the act. So get out there and show those suckers a good time, huh?
Yeah. Something I never really understood about being a tourist is that, like, everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take a picture of this. But for me, like, yeah, sure, I want to have that memory, but I don't really like to take pictures. I'll take videos whenever I'm on vacation, yes. And yeah, like, if like someone wants to take a picture of me, or my mom wants to take a picture of me, or my dad, or people want to take like a group picture, yeah, I'm good for that. Just know, if you're one of my friends and you are ever with me on like a group trip, on like a trip with me, or you invite me out to a vacation thing and we decide to take a picture, just know there's a good chance I'm not gonna be smiling. And it's not because I'm not having a good time, or it's not because I don't like being there. It's because if I try and smile, like in a picture, it kind of seems like you'll look at it and it will kind of seem forced. This guy, I was about to say, I don't think he knows where he's going. Is the AI having trouble? Okay, there we go. and like I don't usually like smile, but usually I'll put like a thumbs up. Usually I'll put like a thumbs up, like to show, yeah, I'm having a good time. That's usually it, because like I'm not, because if I try and smile, it's gonna seem forced. If I genuinely smile, it kind of seems forced. Got a picture of myself and my brother back when we were kids, and it was my aunt's wedding, and there's a picture of us, and we're just going like, we're just like we're just showing teeth. That's it. And so I'm not really the type of person that's like, yeah, let's smile like that. It kind of seems forced, and it feels forced as well. Like I'm generally smiling, but I'm still gonna have a good time. I'm still gonna have a good time. I don't really take a lot of pictures whenever I'm out. I do take videos. Just depending on how you take videos or how you do animation, that'll be several frames per second. I almost pressed F there. But I'll take videos, but usually it's because it's like I want to be here for this. I don't really need people being like, wow, I can't believe you went there. Oh wow. I don't. So that's the thing about social media for me, is that I'm not the type of person that's like hey guys, look where I went. And like, yeah, sure, I'll maybe take some pictures and I'll make like a reel out of it, or I'll take videos and I'll be like, yeah, we're going to this place. But those are more of for like, this is just for like content. That's really it. Like, you don't have to know where I'm going all the time. I just mostly have that for content. But I try and have a good time there.
It's just like I imagined it.
You guys don't even have cameras in your hands. But yeah. I just wanna feel this moment. Oh. As a kid, you think you're gonna do a lot of stuff when you're older. You think, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You wanna know what I honestly thought that a lot to myself, but you wanna know what most of the stuff was? Most of the stuff was, I want to play Minecraft in the modded way that popular MMOs played it. Like, that was it. It was like, I want to do what popular MMOs did. I want to use all the mods they did. Like, all the Lucky Block mods. I want to do all of that. I want to get the same swords that they did. I found a video where a guy was like, reliving my childhood dreams, and it's just every mod that they use. And I know that they're not the only ones that used it. Okay, look, I know, but they were the most known for using them. They were the most known for this.
It's so different in person.
There's a lot of things in like life that
Great way to spend the day.
you'll think that they're gonna be great, but then you get to it and it doesn't seem as good. And I think the reason why for that, and I'm not trying to like downplay anything, I'm not trying to be depressing here, okay? I just think that the reason why is because when you're thinking about going to that place, it's gonna be like for example, let's say that I want to go to the Burj Khalifa. Let's say the Burj Khalifa. I'm gonna be like, wow, I can't wait till we get there. It's gonna be amazing. But then when I get there, it's like, it's just yeah, it's the tallest building in the world, but it's just a building.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's go and check to see how we're doing on like, it'll be amazing. I'll be like, yeah, I can't wait to get there. But then I get there and it's like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am I gonna do here? It feels like, what am Put it right here. There you go.
What a tour. Love that form.
Okay. So just let me check. We're doing good, right? Okay, heat is off. Okay, now we just have to do one more for getting the heat off. One more thing. Watching Terminator, by the way, I've started watching it, and I've gotten a lot farther than I normally would have, than all the other times I've done, so that's an accomplishment. Reason is because, as I've stated, I've only seen the first half of the first movie and the second half of the second movie. I've never seen any of them all the way through. I've only seen half of it. First one was the first half, second one was the second half, and that was it. I'll be right back. Well, this will waste some time in the video. I'm back. I'm back. What I miss? I say that like as if someone else is on here. But you know what? Let's just hope that Glitch gets better. Glitch, I just pray that you get better. Praying for you, man. Okay, we got a little bit of heat. Not a lot, just a little bit. Okay. Won't be too hard to do. But it is going to get us the money.
Okay, I got the van loaded up and ready for you. Just hit up those locations, drop the weed with the buyer, and bring that crisp, clean cash. Easy.
Okay, it's going to be over here. Here we go. First one's not even that far. Okay.
Some fucking manners, please. Hello there. Hey, girl. Hey. Wasting my time.
Okay.
We're the only ones who knows the way it really is. Yep.
Where am I? Okay, Vespucci. Or Thing Avenue. Okay, cheesecake. I might buy cheesecake later today. I mentioned I like plain cheesecake. Cheesecake is probably like the best type of cake. I think that like it's either that or carrot cake. I remember what was that what was that one what was that one video Tom Scott? He's the same guy that Tom Scott, the same guy who made Asdiff. I know I talked about that before where I was a brain rot kid because of that. But he made a video at one point where what was it? It was a magic spoon. And it's like, well, how do you know it's magic? Well, it baked us this cake. I love cake. And it also destroyed France. Oh no! This is a carrot cake, a vegetable, into the void with it. And then later it's like, I think the spoon might be evil. Why do you say that? Well, it first destroyed France, okay, and then it did some evil stuff. And it's like, destroys France and then does evil stuff, like as if destroying France was a good thing. Put the button away. We don't need to kill it now. My entire thing is like, if you were to destroy one country, if you were to wipe one country off the face of the earth, what would it be? And I just named one. Someone's like, I thought you would say France. I was like, yeah, but I'm pretty sure that if I did destroy France, the entire like universe would collapse most likely. Sun's done shining, now we're hiding all indoors for weeks. It's Canada, the land I love, and land of bears and geese. Someone knows exactly what that song sounds like. Morningwood. What was Morningwood again? Like, which one was it? Red Harvest. Okay, well, these are most likely like right next to each other, so I can just go to them. Remember, I tried watching the Wicked movie. Yeah, Glenda used to be my favorite. I could not watch the full movie, by the way. Yeah, like I couldn't get through it because Look, if it's a musical, that's fine. But when you got a musical where you spend most of the time only singing and not progressing the plot, then there's a bit of a problem. I just noticed that there is no sign that says exactly what place this is, what street this is. Where am I? Rockford Hills. Okay, what was Rockford Hills again? Rockford Hills was Purple Sherbet. But like anytime I've ever seen like a character where it didn't matter if it was a guy or a girl, it did not matter if I honestly does not matter what gender this person is. I don't care if they identify as an apple. I do not care. I will explain why I will explain why I often say apple, but I'll get to that in a bit. But I don't care if they identify as an apple, okay? If they act like they believe everything needs to go their way, like she's not like Glenda's not the first person to do this. No, like the first person I've ever noticed to do this to be like this in a movie was what was it? High School Musical. It was was it the second or third movie? Wait a minute. No, it was the second movie because they had like because there was High School Musical, and then there was High School Musical 2, and then there was like High School Musical senior year. I really feel like that they missed, but I think it was the second one where they okay, hold on, where am I? Vinewood Hills. Vinewood Hills, that's cheesecake. I'm hungry for cheesecake now. No, let me. But it was one of the characters specifically in the second movie, which honestly, because I didn't really pay attention to the first one, but the second one was kind of like not really her as the main character, but her as the main antagonist. And she was like, everything needs to go my way, everything, like it was like that rich girl thing. But here's the thing, her brother actually seemed to have like common sense. Like her brother was supposed to be like the dumb rich kid, like dumb rich guy, but over time in the movie he actually seemed to like make like a comeback and all that stuff and understand, oh, everything doesn't really need to go my way. Yeah, I just need to have fun with other people. However, and I forgot that my alarm was on. I don't go to work until 4 o'clock today, so unless no, I did go at 4. But it really seems like that he made like a comeback where he was like, oh, just because I'm the rich kid does not mean everything has to go my way. But the sister, I don't remember what her name was. I honestly don't. I don't. And someone's probably going to be like, oh, well, you probably didn't obviously care about the character that much. And yeah, that's right. I didn't. She annoyed me. I don't even remember the name of the main character. That's the thing. I don't remember too much about it. But I remember, like, she was, like, watch the movie High School Musical 2. You'll see what I'm talking about. Like, she thinks that everything needs to go her way. But then in the very end, everything starts falling apart. There's even a certain point where she even tells her brother, get rid of that stupid costume. Nobody likes it. There's never going to be a reason to even use it. Like, I don't care how you get rid of it. Sell it or something. And then later in the movie, things are falling apart, and she's like, and she turns to him and is like, go get that costume that you had. And he's like, I don't have it. He's like, wait, why? You told me to, I did exactly what you asked. I sold it. And that's like, and it's like times like that where I really like that, where I actually was happy for him on that, because like she told him to do something because of her own selfish like because she was only thinking about herself. But then she found that when someone actually did what she wanted, all of a sudden it's come back to bite her. Okay, so West Vinewood. Okay, West Vinewood was Red Harvest. $500. 500, 100, 500, 1000, 1500, 500, 1000, 1500, 2000, 2500. I don't know what. Okay, I don't know why I had to count that in my head. Okay, because what I got after all of this, like the payment, it was like $500 each, and what I got with the payment was $2,500, and for some reason in my head that did not make sense to me. It did not make sense to me. Anyway, back to what I was saying is that characters like that, where they just think that just because they come from like a wealthy family, they can get like everyone will do whatever they want. What I really like is when they get humbled and they start realizing, oh yeah, I should probably do some stuff. I should probably rethink some stuff. I like when they get humbled. I like when people are humble. Like they think that they're so high and mighty, but then they just get humbled. There's a part in Isaiah, it's not in Isaiah, where
Congratulations, you just made some customers very high.
it said where it's like, you say that I will rise and be higher than the Almighty. I will be so great and all this stuff, but you will only fall. You will only fall. Hold on. I have it on my phone. On the Bible app. I have it somewhere. I better not go through all of this and... One moment.
Oh, wowee!
I have it. I have it. Don't worry. Hold on. I got it. See if I can find it. Okay, apparently I don't remember exactly, apparently. Okay. How do you spell it? Hold on, how do you spell it? on. Okay, hold on. I got it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Isaiah 14, chapter 14, verse 13. You said in your heart, I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the mount of assembly, on the utmost highest of Mount Zephon. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. But you are brought down to the realm of the dead, to the depths of the pit. Those who see you stare at you. They ponder your fate. Is this the man who shook the earth and made kingdoms tremble? The man who made the world a wilderness? So, who overthrew its cities and would not let his captives go home? All the kings of the nation lie in state, each in his throne, each in his own tomb. But you are cast out of your tomb like a rejected branch. You are covered with the slain, with those pierced by the sword, those who descended to stones of the pit. Like a corpse trampled underfoot. You will not join them in burial, for you have destroyed your land and killed your people. Let the offspring of the wicked never be mentioned again. That is I'm gonna take that one and just like have that highlighted, just because I know I'm gonna need to use that again. But that's what I mean, is like that there are people that think that they're all so high and mighty, but then one day they're humbled and they're like, well, what am I well, wait, hold on, what am I supposed to do? No, it's down here. It's right here. Hello, good sir. What do you have?
Hey, got something new just for you. That's new stock.
I swear I'm trying to find.
Sold. Thanks. You didn't see me.
Okay. Yeah. But that's what I don't like about those people, is that in those shows, like, they annoy me a lot. They annoy me a lot, where they're just like, okay, yeah, I can do whatever I want because I got money and all that stuff. And it's like, no. There's even, I think it was like even like a movie. I don't remember if it was a movie or an episode of a show where this kid, because his dad was like the richest guy in all of the city, and because like his entire like thing was that his dad was able to was the one sole person who was like sponsoring the city to give them the money that they needed to keep everything going. And, he just felt like he can do whatever he wanted because, well, he was bigger than everyone, and if anyone tried to do anything about it, he can just tell his dad about them, and his dad can just evict them. And that was a big thing in there, and I was like, okay, so you're like that, but then like apparently just one kid comes in. Apparently his mother's like grandmother's like magic, and she kind of puts a curse on him, so that he ends up becoming a lot smaller. He ends up becoming a lot smaller, so he can't really hurt anybody. But there's a certain point before any of this happens. Okay, well, I can't go in here. Where this one teacher just has enough and then just grabs him and takes him off of this other kid. And the dad comes in like later and is like, hey, I heard that he punched a kid. And he was like, it was an accident. And the dad, instead of like looking into this, he's like, okay, well, I'll have the teacher that got mad at you evicted. That happens. That happens in that story, and I'm just like, you didn't even ask for the other person's like perspective. You just heard. It's like, yeah, I heard. You didn't hear their story. It was just, it was just an accident. I punched him by accident. And it's like, that was no accident. He gets humbled a lot later, and turns out that after he gets like when he gets humbled, he's like, yeah, okay, fine, I've learned my lesson. But then it's like, okay, your life is returned to normal. But then it turns out he didn't learn his lesson, and it's like, really? And it just shows that that his family no longer has their money anymore. Family no longer has their money anymore, and now he's and now that kid that he bullied is now the rich one.
You need to leave. Don't start trouble with me. Don't fuck around with me, shithead. What's your fucking problem, eh? Fuckhead! You're screwed! Ha! Move back! Ha!
Let's go. Bail office. Okay, well, I guess we're stopping by the bail office first. Oh no, that's where we were originally stopping. But now he has no power anymore over anyone. Now that bully has no like power over anyone. One time I made a video about like how people should not like just because they're rich or they're famous or they're powerful, they should not get away with certain rules. There are certain rules that they should not get away with. I made a video about that once, and a bunch of people just started thinking that I was trying to like take down something. I was like, no. Like, there is clearly like
Y'all right?
everyone always complains about how it's like, oh, the rich are getting richer. I can't believe that they just because they have money, they can get away with whatever they want. All that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about that too. Same people that said that would complain about it. I said, I make that statement, and then they're like, oh, you're obviously a supporter of this side of the political spectrum. And I'm just like, what part of what I said gave you that impression? I said it doesn't matter how high in power you are. No one is above the law. That's a big thing in like the Constitution, is that no one is above the law. No one. And that includes people like politicians, people in power here. That includes them as well. That includes them as well. Oh, I didn't realize how long I was going for. Okay, well. Friend? There's a armor store over here. Let me just go into that. Buy myself some nice.
Deberíamos ahorrar todo lo que podamos. Sounds boring.
I feel like then we should stop like they're like find like more ways. Like, I know that the ways that we got are like the best ways to like stop smoking,
Si no ponemos límites, eso está
but I feel like that we need to like find more ways to get people off of smoking. Like sure, like yeah, we got nicotine packets. I know that Zen, I think that's what it's called, is one of the like alternatives. to smoking. I know that there's some people in my, there's one guy, James, Justin, no, Justin, not James, Justin. He says that he used to smoke tobacco, but now he's what are you? Okay, no, you're just a money truck. And he's using that to like help himself with like the addiction to tobacco, and I think that that's good, because when you like stopping smoking is good, because one, I don't really like the smell of tobacco. Like my dad and I hate it. I don't really hate it too much. I don't think I hate it as much as he does, but I do know that I have it's a discomfort to me. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. I don't like it. It's just there's a smell that brings discomfort to me, which probably doesn't help, considering that there are people at the place I work where they smoke, and the place where the only safe place to smoke is in the back, which just so happens to be like where all the trash goes, and I have to go out there a lot. So it's also where we hang like it's also where we put like the mops to dry. So but if you smoke tobacco, if you smoke like cigarettes or any form of tobacco, I'd say stop, but don't quit cold turkey. That's probably like the worst way to go. Just like see how long you can go without it before you have to go back again. Time yourself, and then when you're done with that, and when you're done with that, try doing that more and more until it gets a lot easier, and then like over time try and do like more and more time without it. If you were to write down on a sheet of paper just the entire paper of prayers that you prayed, and then at the end of if you were to wait about like a week, and then go back to that paper and take a look at and then check off like what prayers that you have prayed. You'll find that a lot of them will have been answered. All right. Okay, here we go, and now we're back. Let's just hope that the cops don't come and find us. Remember that there was this one time this guy, like, I had my car fixed. My car, I got into a crash, and then I had to go over to his body shop where this guy goes and fixed my car. Everything was great. Just when but I had to go and pay him, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and pay him. I took a wrong turn at one point. I'm like, okay, I guess it looks like I'm going another way. And I go in, and I'm still going that way, and there's this guy that's just tailgating me the entire time, and so I just turn off the road a little bit, and let him go in front of me, and then it turns out that he was going the same place I was. Yeah. Something I don't really understand is like people like, well, it's not really something I don't understand. It's more something I just don't really like. Is when people like get a nice car just for the sole purpose of saying, like, making them like seem like just bragging about how amazing the car is. Like, look, if you got like a Tesla car, like if you got like the Cybertruck, and your reason for that wasn't because it was really expensive and look how rich I am for it. And if it was just like I like the look of it and and it was within my budget, so
Almost here?
why not?
Nice. We can get the car ready to
Like, if your reason for that was okay and like something along the lines of that, then that makes sense. Then I'm like, okay, you got a fancy car because why not? You thought that you wanted to treat yourself. Okay, I want to treat myself. I want to get a nice looking car. Cybertruck is not a good example of this. Let's Corvette. Let's say Corvette. And it's like, yeah, I got a nice Corvette because, well, I thought it looked nice and I was able to afford it, so why not? And so then that's my okay, we got $94,000. Okay, well, okay, $94,500. Okay, so we have to do this again. But like, if your reasoning for getting a nice fancy car, if you get a fancy car, and it's because I liked it and I wanted and I thought it looked nice, and I need a car, then yeah, you know what, I understand, then that's fine. But if you get a nice car for the sole purpose of, yeah, look at me, I'm look how much money I spent on this, I don't really think that, oh wow, it's so cool. I think, wow, you really spent money on you really went and spent that much money on a car just for bragging rights. Just for bragging rights. Not something I would consider, not something that I would be like, oh wow. I've mentioned this before where I found like buying something just for the pure sake of bragging about it is not always good. Like, yeah, sure, like, yeah, maybe like people will look at your car and just be like, yes. Okay. Yeah. But like, cause I've mentioned this before, I'm still gonna talk about this. There's a video where a guy got like, has like a $2 million watch. $2 million for a watch. And you look at it and I'm like, hold on, let me see if I can find this. I've talked about it before, but hold on. What was it? Where was it? No, I'm not. I don't want to shop. I'm not shopping. No. I want to look at images. There was a specific image. Where was it? Okay, well, apparently it's not here. But it looks like one of those watches that you would find in like either like in an arcade game. Hold on, is this it? Okay, yeah. Wait. Yeah, that's a. Okay, yeah, I found it. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't even tell time. It doesn't even tell time. Doesn't even tell time, and it looks like one of those like toys that you can find in like one of those gumball machines. Or even if it does tell time, it's hard to even notice it. It's hard to even know what time it's saying. But it's like, why would you spend $2 million for a watch that doesn't even tell time? Or at least, even if it does, why would you spend money on a watch where it doesn't even look where it's very hard to even read? Why would you do that? After this, I'm gonna buy the bigger car, and I'm gonna sell that I'm gonna buy the bigger truck. I'm gonna sell that other car, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get off. I might come back to stream later tonight. Who knows? I might. I don't know. Today is Saturday. Tomorrow, I know for a fact that I'm gonna be playing this game. Okay, I'm gonna just keep going this way. Sun's done shining, now we're hiding all indoors for weeks. It's Canada, the land I love, and land of birds and geese. Look it up. Look up that song. It's a good song. It's funny. I like it. I can't get it out of my head. My room's not messy, but I do want to clean it up just so I can like dance to songs in here. Because that's something I've... Okay, so it's not there. It's on the other side. Okay, no, it's fine. I've been finding myself controlling my anger a lot more and more. Like, I still like acknowledge the fact that I get annoyed. That's the thing, is like I am acknowledging the fact that something annoys me. But I've been trying to like control my anger more and more. The more you control your anger, the more you realize that what's called the more you realize how like pointless arguments are and how pointless getting mad is, and yet you still know that you're gonna get mad again. You still know that you're gonna get mad again. Back to another thing about turning to God, okay? Yeah, there are people that don't want to turn to him because they're like, I'm a horrible person. He won't accept me. I'm not a good person. And while all that's true, and it's like I'm unworthy to even be in his presence. Like, yes, that all this is true, and no one here is worthy. No one in this world is worthy to be in his presence and to be accepted into heaven. But here's the thing: you turn to him and you confess your sins to him. He's not gonna be like, I told you so. He's not an I told you so kind of God. You turn to him, you confess your sins, and ask for a relationship with him. And give your life to him, and have him take control. He's not gonna be like, I told you so. See, I told you that this guy would come back. No, he will say, rejoice with me, for this person, I found my lost sheep. They were dead and they are alive. They have been lost and have been found. To come, we shall rejoice. There's even a point in the Bible where Jesus says, when you're a shepherd. A shepherd will have 100 sheep, and one of the sheep will go missing. The shepherd will leave the 99 behind.
Nice.
abandoned in '99 to go and find the lost sheep. And when they find them, and when the shepherd finds the sheep, he'll be happy. What will he say to my friends? Will rejoice for me, for I found my lost sheep. And just like that, much like that, all of heaven will rejoice over one sinner repenting and turning to God, over the 99 righteous people who need no repentance. And that's beautiful to me. I like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna, let's buy it. Let's buy it. Why not?
Bye.
Okay, well, that's it. Okay, fine, we're gonna sell this car. This is the one that costs the least amount, so.
I say holla, you say dollar. Holla.
Dollar.
Okay, cool. Let's get these wheels shipped to Yusuf. Head to terminal and drop it off. I told him all about the story behind it and everything. He is psyched. For real, bro.
Okay, so we have 29 minutes to do this. But if I crash it in any way, I'm losing money. I don't want to lose money. So it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I just need to get there as fast as possible, but without breaking anything. Okay. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Do not crash. Do not dent it in any way. You don't want that. Every country, talks about how great they are because they have pride for the country. Germany looks at them like, okay, well, why not do this? Then they have pride for their own country. Yeah, the rest of the world. Germany seems like it's going back to how it was back in 1940s. It's like, oh, come on. And Germany's like, come on. I just want to... I just, like, everyone else is prideful about theirs. It's like, yeah, but you did it kind of too much. Okay, it's over this way. Okay, I think. Don't say anything. Don't say anything until it's done. Okay, didn't crash. Okay, great. You got that money? Let's get back and let's go into deal another one.
Jamal brings me good news. This is what I'm talking about. You know, my friend, if the rest of the American workforce applied itself with the same diligence and disregard for other people's property as you, this country
Yes. Oh, don't worry. I'm about to get one that's gonna help us a lot more. Gonna get us so much more. We're gonna be rolling. You can go now. Okay. Now we're gonna go and we are going to steal. We're gonna go and plan to steal another one. We'll probably steal it tonight, like after everything else. Just check my. Let me just check my account right now. Okay. Okay. You know we're doing good. We're doing good. It's not where I want to go. Just need to put this away. Okay. So these two are currently being made right now.
Take care.
This should give me enough time to. This should take a lot out of the day, and make it so I can make more. Okay. This one.
Okay, that's a sweet ride. Let's get it. Here's the plan. You know Arena War? That crazy show they film over at Maze Bank Arena? I fucking love that shit, bro. I got a season ticket, private box, everything. I count Mr. Jerome as a close personal friend. Anyway, I was looking at the upcoming events and there's a halftime show that caught my eye. It's being hosted by the Duggins. You know, the casino owners? This car is in the starting lineup. And check it out. It was one of the stunt cars they used in a Jack Howitzer movie. One of the good ones, too. The Duggins are big fans, apparently, and so is Yusuf. We gotta have that car, man. So let's scope out Maze Bank Arena and figure out how we're gonna take it. They have a private box, so let's start there.
Imagine like the tax collectors like looking at and seeing what like questioning the player on how they got all the money.
So, just to recap, we're gonna steal the prize car of a billionaire petrochemical crime family during the most popular halftime show in Los Santos. Nothing to it, right? Let's do some homework.
Yeah, let's go.
Carajo! Holy shit! Fuck me!
Let's go. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so as far as stadiums go, the arena's security is pretty tight. So let's get some pics of exactly what we'll be dealing with. The Duggins will be in a private box, and we need to find a way up there. See if you can get any shots of the entrance on top of the backstage area, because that's where we'll be coming in from, after we get some VIP passes. We'll be driving the car out of there, so probably a good idea to scope out a potential exit too.
Hey! Oh! Whatever. Shithead!
There we go.
Hells yeah. Looks like a way out to me. But they put the mobilizers in all the arena cars though, so we'll have to take care of that before we steal ours.
I'll see you at the gym.
I need to get back into working out again.
Well, ow, me.
Okay.
Hey, get the hell out of here! You can't be around here. You want something?
Alright, the Duggins will be right through there, in their private box. We'll def need some VIP passes to get over there. Now I tried to get some for you, but the Duggins bought out every single one. Now that's normally my vibe, you know?
You can't be here. Back up.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
like the look of
I
you.
thought they would have some pretty good security, but this is some heavy shit. I'll work on some disguises to get past the cameras.
Okay. So now we just need to figure out all the other stuff. And then we'll get it tonight. I gotta do some stuff.
Hardest pregame ever, man. Come back to the yard and I'll give you the lowdown on how we're gonna pull this thing off.
Okay. Also, I still recommend reading the Bible. I still would recommend doing that. Even if you don't believe. Even if you don't believe, it's still a good read. Still a good read. Because here's the thing. One, there's a lot of wisdom in it. Two, it'll help you look at life a lot differently. In a lot nicer way. Three, it's a good book. It's a good book. You want a creation story? The Bible. You want a creation story? You want a story of a man who wrestled with God? You want a story about a man who was sold into slavery and then became second in command in Egypt? You want a story about a man who put a bunch of plagues on Egypt and then proceeded to free the slaves and then split an entire ocean? You want a story about a man who was a small little boy but took down a 9-foot tall giant? You want a story about about men that were thrown into a blazing furnace and came out alive? You want a story about a man who was thrown into a lion's pit and came out alive? You want a story about a man who was swallowed by a whale and came out alive? You want a story about a man who died and then came back to life? You want a story about the end of the world? No, all of this can be found in the Bible. All of it.
See you around.
Alright, now that we got a look at the place, let's talk about what we need to get in there and crash the Dugan's party. Disguise is to start. Now, I got something genius in mind for that. You'll love it. Now, we need a VIP pass to get into the Dugan's box, too, because that will also get us into the pit lane where we'll find the car. Now, I got a couple ideas in mind to fuck with their private security a bit, so don't worry. Not that you were. This shit is gonna be fun, yo.
Mm-hmm.
The Maze Bank has been around for like a million years, so they're constantly renovating the place. Now, there's a bunch of abandoned areas, including a workshop. There's got to be an old VIP pass in there somewhere.
Okay, here we go. I hate sneezing. I don't like sneezing.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Mm.
Jesus Christ.
I for some reason want chicken.
I know this place is abandoned, but don't attract too much attention. Unless you want to meet the Maze Bank security team early.
That's fine.
Hey, hey, did a guard see you? Cause I hear the alarms from here. Get the pass and get out.
You fucking idiot! On the floor! Fuck you! You fucking loser!
There was a
Drop your weapon! Man down! Get me out of here! Fucking Franco just got hit! Hijo de puta!
words I don't understand.
Shit! Get on the floor! You fucker! Give me a minute. Get some of this! Hey, ass face!
Let's heal off a bit.
Asshole! Shithead! Show's over, I gotta reload, okay? Just 1 second. Hijo de puta! Off! Die! Changing class! the weapon! Hey, ass face!
Reloading!
Okay.
Okay, we got him. Just bring that pass back here, and I'll make sure it looks exactly like the new ones.
I don't want to be here! Whoa. Hot.
To reduce the number of people getting sick in the world, I recommend kids going playing outside a lot more, so that way their immune system can go up a lot more, and they don't get they don't get sick when they're older. Parents, it's okay for if your kid is over the age of I can walk now, it is fine for them to eat dirt. You know, I remember back in elementary school, I'd purposely try and get myself to be sick. I would purposefully try and get myself to be sick simply because I really did not want to go to school. Okay, nightclub is back up. Okay. Okay. I purposely try and get myself sick.
Okay, so Maze Banks put immobilizers in all their arena cars. So let's deal with that ahead of time. Merryweather is constantly developing these, bypass modules that can override shit like this. And they're portable. I don't know exactly which lockup has the anti-immobilizer thing, because they got jammers on protecting all their locations. If you take those down, I'll be able to get you a specific lockup to rob.
Like what I would do is like every time it was like we were in PE gym, what I would do is like when we had to sit on the floor is I would like I wouldn't I probably everyone noticed probably, but because like kids don't understand like perception for some reason. So what would happen was that I would like when we were sitting on the ground, I would get my hand, rub it on the ground to get like all the dust and all the particles on the ground, and just bring it to my mouth and be like, just lick it. I thought that would get me sick, and I was like, yes, get me sick. All it did was it strengthened my immune system. That's all it did. That plus the vaccines, those all strengthened my immune system. Which I also recommend people, please vaccinate your kids or get vaccinated, please. Vaccines were created for a reason. People prayed to whatever god, deity, or primordial being they believed in. Okay, I thought that. Okay. All right. They prayed once they found. Ever since they figured out what diseases were, they prayed to any deity, primordial being, or god that they believed in, to asking them, "Hey, please. I pray then a cure or something that helps us with this is like you bring us a cure for this." And here comes Edward Jenner being like, yes, hey guys, I figured out this thing called a vaccine. It'll help you with it'll help you so you don't get the disease too much. And people are like, nah, we don't want that. It's like, you guys prayed for this, you guys asked for this, and here comes a guy that and God's like, yes, I give you this man who will help you with this. And you guys are like, nah, I don't want that. Because that's the thing about what people don't understand about prayer, is that they think that it's gonna be like magically given to them. But God's over here like, nah, here's a guy that will help you. It's like, here's a guy that's gonna help you. People are like, nah, we want God himself to come here and do this. There we go. So am I supposed to take down like the signal jammers by like via explosion or? Oh, okay. Let's take a good look at this signal jammer. I understand. Perfect.
Okay, whatever you did, it's working. I got a better idea of where the lockup is, but fuck up the last couple of jammers so I can nail it down.
Got it. And there's even a like, if any of you guys have ever seen the show The Chosen, there's a certain scene where when Jesus goes and cures a guy of his withered hand, the guy says if God wanted him to be cured, he would have done it himself, and he's like and Jesus says interesting point. Me over this, thank you. You know, I did ask to be over it. I got my wish. Okay, I'm hungry, so maybe before I go into work today, I'll like order myself something from McDonald's maybe. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna finish up all this, then I'm gonna go and my dad asked me to probably help him for like 1 hour, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go do the dishes, I'm gonna do the laundry. It's not gonna take an hour, but still. Okay. His thing, my dad came to me and he was like, you know, hey, you know how I asked how you told me that I can hire you to do stuff, and I was like, yeah, but in my head I'm like, I don't remember telling him that at all, but let's see where this goes. And he's like, yeah, I just want to hire you just to do some work around the house. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I can do that. Take a look if I am seeing this correctly. Yes. Yes, I see. Just... Last one. Last signal jammer. All the way over here. Like, he was like, yeah, I want to hire you. Remember how you told me that I can hire you for stuff? And here's the thing. I still don't think I ever told him that, but if he wants help, then yeah, I'm gonna help him. I'm just gonna finish up all of this. I'm just gonna finish up this, then I'm gonna get off. Go and do some housework for a bit. I need to put some clothes away because I use my laundry basket for the same exact basket that I usually put my dirty clothes in. I put like my clean clothes in, and I need to put those things away because I couldn't find any other basket. So oh, friends. Friends? Nah. Bye.
I got it. Head to the lockup on your GPS and pick up the anti-immobilizer thing.
Okay, it's all the way over here. So yeah, then I'm gonna go and take down like, then I'm gonna go do the optional thing because that's gonna help me a lot. Because the optional, it's like, oh yeah, this is optional. You don't have to do that. But I'm like, I want to make this as easy as possible on me. Okay, I don't want to like die a whole bunch of times. Okay, they've completed that, so I know what I'm doing after this. Most likely I'm hoping that what's it called, that the cars have been taken and are done. Hoping that with this and like the cars will be done, so I can go and go and do the thing again, so I can that way, and then I'll end it. If they're done when I'm done with this stuff, then I'm gonna go and do it all again. We're gonna do it all again. Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest, I completely forgot that was there.
You fucking pussy! Take him out! Salam! Man down!
I forgot about that guy. It has a very large weapon.
You're dead! You're gonna die, bitch!
There.
Get down! Death embrace you! Oh, Jesus! Reloading! Go, go, go! Say goodnight!
Okay, that worked. That worked a lot. Where's the other guy?
Yes, that bypass module will let us actually get the car out of the arena. Now just drop it off at the yard.
I did not expect that to actually work with the Juggernaut. I want to be completely honest. Nope. Hey, you guys can have that money back there. All right. Gonna use the restroom after this. I'm gonna go and get the bail enforcement guys to go and do their things. If you're a good sport, you'll receive periodic rewards. I can kind of do a Mickey Mouse voice. That voice I do, and people immediately think Mickey Mouse, but I'm trying to do like the guy from It's a Wonderful Life. Hi, Martha. How are you doing? Remember, Mickey is a nickname, and nicknames are for friends, and Michael Mouse is no friend of mine. I remember that one. Somebody said that, and I was like, I understand. Also, I'm pretty sure Minnie is like for like was like for Mildred. There's also Millie that's also short for Mildred. If you hear any like ticking in the background, if you're wondering why my chair is shaking, yeah, that's because my leg. I need to really I can't really. I need to call up my doctor. Just say, hey, I don't think you guys put in the prescription, because when I went over there, they're like, yeah, we don't have the prescription. Just prescribe, and at this point, I don't care if the dose is not even that strong. Just like, I'll take it. I'll take whatever. Okay, I'll take whatever. Just as long as I don't have to pay for it. As long as the insurance covers it. Remember when I was a kid, I got really mad because my brother and sister, I had all this medicine that was to help them, and really all I had was just Adderall, and I got really mad because I was like, hey, how come they get more medicine? I thought that that meant they were loved more, but no, it just meant that they just needed more help with stuff, and I was like, and I really wanted to be like get more medication because I thought that meant that I would be loved more. That's not what it means, and now I'm like on different types of medication, and I'm like, and it's like, oh no. I was holding 6 down. I was really hoping that I was holding 5. Here we go. Okay, got 118,500. Okay.
So, if we're gonna do this thing, we gotta bear one thing in mind. The Duggins don't fuck around when it comes to private security. They want to make sure they're heavily protected during their little family outing. So they got a bunch of armor shipments coming in for their bodyguards. I say those deliveries never make it. Once you get inside this lockup, we'll figure out where the rest of the shipments are.
Okay, so the one of the cars has been salvaged. Okay, so after this, I'm gonna have to go and do the stuff again. Sandy Shores, got it. Shouldn't take me too long. Well, judging by how long I've got, it shouldn't be too much to destroy.
Okay, we're on our way. Almost there. I think next time I play Lethal Company, or Peak, or I'll look. And next time I play a game with the boys, not GTA. I want to make that very clear. Not GTA. I'm not doing GTA because we've had that type of stuff before. I don't want to I don't want to like go through all that just to have this annoy me.
Tell your mama. I said, oh shit.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, guess we're gonna go down this route then.
It's over! Come on, we got this! We got Menendez! Get behind something!
Shipments in there somewhere.
Oh, there's more.
Okay, you see the rest of the armor shipments? Haha, then let them fucking have it.
Okay, it's over here. This one's over here. Same guy that voices Chaos from Skylanders is the same guy that voices Zim from Invader Zim. That also the same guy that voices I think his name is Moxie from Hell of a Boss. So yeah. I want to play with mods again because I want to play Lethal Company again. Who knows? Maybe Wednesday's coming up. Well, then again, Matt did want to do something on Wednesday. I know that he wanted to do. I know there was something that he wanted to do on Wednesday. Okay, where is the thing? One more. We got one more. We got one more. $30 minutes left to do this. Let's go. I'm not smoking, so we're good. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Don't worry, we're doing good. My ear just opened up for some reason. Come on. Come on. Okay, it's right there. All right. Okay, well now we have to get these things. Hello?
All right. We'll still have to deal with Duggan security, but at least they won't be kidded the fuck out.
Yeah.
Hey, so there's a Suburban nearby that carries a shit ton of LS Panic merch. We'll blend right in at the arena wearing that.
I guess I can help if really necessary. We just have the sizes on the rack, so don't bother asking.
I thought that was Stampy Cat for a second. I saw someone being hello, and I was like, Stampy? Panic outfits. What do panic outfits look like?
If you could make it quick, I was in the middle of a blog post.
You know, you can still do that. I'll come to you when I need. I am honestly, am I missing something? Oh. Yeah, that's really it. You're not harboring a fugitive. Bruh.
Hey man, where's the job site gonna be next week?
I did not expect that to actually happen like that. Okay, well now I just need to get all the way over there. Jimmy Neutron invents his own time machine. And yet is still in high school. How are we doing, by the way, on money? What have we got? 118,500. Okay.
All cool?
Yeah.
See you around.
We just need to do one more thing, and then we're gonna go out and do the and then we're gonna go and do the cars. It'll be great if I can see where I'm going. The game really does not like to orient the camera for some odd reason.
Holy shit! Oh lord! What?
Well, I'm already here. Well, I'm already on my way, and this is on my way, so why not?
That's wrong! I gotta get what the hell was that?
I'm already here. Why not?
Sure.
Sure.
I was like, huh? Here we go.
So, I'm thinking we'll use one of the LS panic trucks to get into the stadium.
Got it.
How's things going? You know what I really want in life, man? To own a business one day. Sometimes it seems impossible, but I can't help but try. You fucking piece of shit! You are dead. You motherfucker! I'm reloading! You piece of shit! Shit, it's Huntington! Huntington's hurt! Fuck you! You fucking loser! Fuck you!
I just need to find the keys. But where would I find the keys? To be over here? I think that they would probably be in here. Oh, yep, they are. All right. There we go. Okay. Now we go back and we do the cars. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Now we just do this. Then I'm gonna go use the restroom after it, and then we're gonna do it one more time, and then that's gonna be it. I still gotta upload a video. I still gotta upload a short for today. Okay. Okay. friends. Which one is it? It's this one right here. Just hope that the police don't come after me. And we just need to get back to the salvage yard. Gonna go use the restroom. I'm gonna upload a video. Upload a short for today. I feel like there's a faster way, but I'm gonna go the way I'm told to. It really feels like that there is a faster way to get back, but I kind of like salvage yards because you can go in and actually look to see if you can find any like stuff for your car. Salvage yards are good. Like if you ever need like bolts for your car for your tires, they salvage yard. You can find a salvage yard easily.
All right, bring the car in. We'll salvage the parts and get paid in no time.
All right, I'll be back. I'll be back.
Speaking. Staff party tonight? Or not. Or not. It's okay. I just want to thank you for this opportunity. And for not killing me so far.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, should be able to do do another one, and then that's gonna be it. Gonna go get something to eat, and then we're gonna do some work. Please don't be too far again. Okay, it's not that far. Okay. Okay, I kind of want to go back to what I was saying before, where if you like splurge money, if you have like a bunch of money, and you want to like splurge a little bit, just like treat yourself, okay, fine. But when you want to buy something that doesn't even look good, and it doesn't look good, nor does it do anything nor does it function the way it's supposed to, and you just buy it because you want bragging rights in the sense of like, oh, look how much money I got. That's not a good idea. Like, yes, it's fine to treat yourself and be like, yeah, I'd be okay with spending my money on this because I like it and it's nice. But when it's on like that $2 million watch thing where it's like you can't even tell the time on it, and it also looks like something that you would get out of like one of those gumball machines, that's when it's like you really need to think about how you're spending your money. Like, you're not, at that point, you're not buying it for its function. It's better to buy, look, it's better for something to look ugly, yeah, and be functional than to look beautiful and not be functional. I hope that tomorrow with the boys we're gonna be like, we'll have some clips to go on. I might go back to kick at one point, who knows. I don't know about you guys, but I like it when it rains. Which one is it? It's this one. Like, I like it when it rains, cause like cause I live in Texas. It's mostly a desert, so when it rains, everything just seems more alive. Like there seems to be more like plants that come up, more vegetation. I don't want to start a garden, but the problem is like I'm too lazy with that. Remember, money always seems so much better when you've earned it rather than when someone just gives it to you. It's so like, yes, it's nice to receive money as a gift, but receiving money is always feels so much better to receive it when you've worked for it. It's always better. It always feels so much better when you've worked for it. So if there's any kids that are watching this, I'd recommend going out and like maybe asking your parents if you can like help around the house for some money. I assure you, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel so much better just earning that money. Plus, or going over to your what's it called? It's like a neighbor's house and asking them if they need any help around their house or like have like their lawn or something like that, like mow the lawn or wash their car. That way you can learn the value of work and the value of money. Not to mention that way when you're older and you get a job, you're gonna get a job and they ask you if you have any experience, you can say I have experience working for my neighbors. You can say yes, I have experience. It's one way to get experience. If your school allows you to work, then yeah, go and work there. Go and work there. Get some money from that. Or find a job that doesn't require experience.
All right, bring the car in. We'll salvage the parts and get paid in no time.
I'd recommend like when you're in high school, get a job as soon as possible. Like when you turn the age of when you're allowed to start working, I recommend getting a job as soon as possible. So that way while you're in high school, you can save up for college or save up for like different things. Okay, well that's gonna be it. Where was it? Hold on, let me find it. I have to go and look again. Okay, chapter 12. We're gonna do Luke chapter 12. That's Ephesians. That's Acts. That's John. My voice cracked. That's still John. That's Mark. Hold on. It's Luke. That's 18, 17, 16, 14, 12. Okay, hold on. How long is 12? Okay, that's not that bad. Okay. Meanwhile, when a crowd of many thousands and had gathered so that this is Luke chapter 12, okay? So that they were trampling one another, Jesus began to speak first to his disciples, saying, be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. Yeah. There is nothing concealed that will be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. What you have said in the dark will be heard in the daylight, and what you have whispered in the ear in the near rooms will be proclaimed from the roofs. I tell you, my friends, do not be afraid of those who kill the body, and after that can do no more. But I will show you whom you should fear. Fear him who, after the killing of the body, has power to throw you into hell. Yes, I tell you, fear him. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 pennies? Yet not one of them is forgotten by God. Indeed, the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Don't be afraid, you are worth more than many sparrows. I tell you, whoever acknowledges me before men, the Son of Man will also acknowledge him before the angels of God. But he who disowns me before men will be disowned before the angels of God. And everyone who speaks a word against the Son of Man will be forgiven. But anyone who blasphemes against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven. When you are brought before Sangolius, ruler and authorities, do not worry about how you will defend yourselves or what you will say, for the Holy Spirit will teach you at that time what you should say. Someone in the crowd said to him, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me." Jesus replied, "Man, who appointed me to judge or an arbiter between you?" Then he said to them, "Watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. A man's life does not consist in the abundance of his passions." And he told them this parable. A ground of a certain rich man produced a good crop. He thought to himself, "What shall I do? I have no place to store my crops." Then he said, "This is what I'll do. I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones, and there I will store all of my grain and my goods. And I'll say to myself, you have plenty of good things laid up for many years. Take your life easy, eat, drink, and be merry." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself?" This is how it will be with anyone who stores up things for himself, but is not rich towards God. Then Jesus said to his disciples, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or what your body will, what you will wear. Life is more than food, and the body is more than clothes. Consider the ravens. They do not sow or reap. They have no storeroom or barn. Yet God feeds them. And how much more valuable are you than birds? Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to his life? Since you cannot do this very thing, why do you worry about the rest? Consider how the lilas grow. They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you, not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is there today and tomorrow, this is thrown into fire. Now, how much more will he clothe you, O you of little faith? And do not set your heart on what you will eat or drink. Do not worry about it, for the pagan word runs after all such things, and your Father knows that you need them. But seek his kingdom, and these things will be given to you as well. Do not be afraid, little flock, for your Father has been pleased to give you the kingdom. Sell your possessions and give to the poor. Provide purses for yourselves that will not wear out, a treasure in heaven that will not be exhausted, where no thief comes near and no mouth destroys. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Be dressed ready for service, and keep your lamps burning. like men waiting for their master to return from a wedding banquet, so that when he comes and knocks, they can immediately open the door for him. It will be good for those servants whose master finds them watching when he comes. I tell you the truth. He will dress himself to serve, will have them recline at the table, and will come and wait on them. It will be good for those servants whose master finds them ready, even if he comes in the second or third watch of the night. But understand this: if the owner of the house and had known that what hour the thief had was coming, he would not have let his house be broken into. You also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. Peter asked, Lord, are you telling this parable to us or to everyone? The Lord answered, who then is the faithful and wise manager, whom the master puts in charge of his servants to give them their food allowance and the proper time? It will be good for that servant whom the master finds doing so when he returns. I tell you the truth, he will put him in charge of all his possessions. But suppose the servant says to himself, my master is taking a long time in coming, and he then begins to beat the men servants and maid servants, and to eat and drink and get drunk. The master of the servants will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at an hour he is not aware of. He will cut him into pieces and assign him a place with the unbelievers. That servant who knows his master will and does not get ready, or does not do what his master servants will be beaten with many blows. But the one who does not know and does things deserving punishment will be beaten with a few blows. From everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded, and from the one who has been entrusted with much, much will be asked. I have come to bring fire on the earth, and how I wish it were already kindled. But I have a baptism to undergo, and how distressed I am until it is completed. Do you think I come to bring peace to the earth? No, I tell you, but division. From how on there will be 5 in one family divided against each other, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. They will be divided, father against son, and son against father, mother against daughter, and daughter against mother, mother against mother-in-law, mother-in-law against daughter-in-law, and daughter-in-law against mother-in-law. He said to the crowd, when you see a cloud rising in the west, immediately you say, it's going to rain, and it does. And when the south wind blows, you say, it's going to be hot, and it is. Hypocrites, you know how to interpret the appearances of the earth and the sky. How is it that you do not know how to interpret the present time? Why do you judge for yourselves what is right, as you're going with your adversary to the magistrate? Try hard to be reconciled to him reclined on to him on the way, or he may drag you off to the judge, and the judge turn you over to the officer, and the officer throw you into prison. I tell you, you will not get out until you have paid the last penny. That was Luke chapter 12. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for staying here. If you were here at the end, thank you. That's gonna be it. And goodbye.